Alright, so I've been driving around for a little while now, checking out a few different like tracks and areas around this Deonghua, I think that's how you pronounce it, Deonghua State Forest. Not a lot going on here, quite a few like gates as well, so I think there's a lot of like private property around here, unfortunately, but now I know. So what I think I might do, because I've just been checking out the map, is I'll probably head up to the Benarkin State Forest and start exploring around there, because like, you know, on the maps it looks like there's way more like tracks and stuff going on there compared to where I am at the moment. And it might be the same story, but like there's only one way to find out. And it's cool, like it's been cool like exploring around like a new area. It's hard to tell when you're looking at Google Maps exactly what it's going to be like, so it doesn't always like work out exactly like you planned. But I have got that campsite booked at the Clancy's campground as well, so if there's just like nothing going on there as well, then I can just head to the campground, get set up and chill out for the afternoon. So that's the plan for the moment. It's about an hour and a half away, so time to get after it. There's certainly a ton to explore here. I've just scratched the surface, but there's tracks everywhere and they're all open to explore and drive in. It just looks like a huge area. I wish I started here instead of that Deonghua spot, but because the sunlight's starting to fade, so I do want to find a campsite within the next 30-40 minutes ideally. This looks like a bit of an overgrown little track here, but you never know. Let's give it a little look. I'll keep driving around for a little bit, but if it gets to about, it's like 5 o'clock now, so like yeah, the sun's definitely setting. If it gets to about 5:30 and I haven't found like a spot out on these random tracks, then I'll probably yeah, just head to the Clancy campground that I've booked. I don't think it was going to be too busy when I checked, like when I booked it last night. It didn't look like there was too many people that had booked it, so hopefully it won't be too crowded. But you never know, I could like come across against a little gem on this track. We'll see. Oh, that doesn't really look like it on the camera, but that was deep. Don't know what I've got myself into here. Come to a T intersection. This way looks like it hasn't been driven in years. I'll go check it out. And then this way looks almost vertical. That is deep. All right, so I looked both ways. So that way down there goes back to the main track in like a couple, like 100 meters or so. So what I think we'll do is we'll give it a go. We'll head up the hill, and like it looks like it goes up for a bit, kind of fine. And there's like there's a spot up there I could see where I could like do a U-ey if I need to. So we'll give it a crack. Go see what's up there. Sticks are getting me. Not a bad view up here though. Okay, so here's the rub. There is this absolutely epic camping location at the top of this hill. I mean, just look at it. Bit of cow shit, but most of it's all dried up. Epic views, like, oh, look at that sunset over there, bloody sensational. Views down into the valley, like, it's so nice. But there's one little problem, and that is that it is in fact, unfortunately, someone's property. There's a fence line here, and yeah, I don't want to get in any trouble here. Don't want to camp on someone's property. Don't want to cause any trouble. So what I think I might do is, while I'm here, I'll chuck up the drone and take in some of this scenery, but then I'll probably head back down. We'll keep going down the track and hope that it comes back onto the main track somewhere, because I'd rather not have to go back down what I just came up, because that was extremely steep, and I don't want to put my brakes through that kind of experience. But yeah, right now I think I'll send the drone up and get some views of this cool area, and then we'll head to Clancy's, the proper campground, and set up for the night. That's definitely one of the more sketchier nighttime hill climbs and descents I've done. Made it back to the main track. Now we just got to find our way to Clancy, and all that my spotties have turned themselves off. I'm not sure what's happened there, a bit too much bouncing around. But time to make up a campsite, I reckon. Morning. I've just packed up camp at the campground. It's a beautiful spot down there, right on Emu Creek. Kind of reminds me of Hill End a little bit, in that that creek at the bottom of the valley with the big tall, well, it looks tall from down the bottom, but not so big, but big enough. Mountains on the other side. Hasn't quite got the cliff faces of Hill End, but very similar kind of vibe to Hill End, Turon River-esque, with a bit more restriction on where you can camp along the river. It said it was like a private property on the other side as well, so you can't like go across the river. But it's been a good fun little experience exploring around the Benarkin State Forest, starting with Deonwa and Lake Crestbrook yesterday, which turned out to be a bit of a bust, but now I know, like, it was still fun driving around there and checking out that little area. And then here in the Benarkin, there's just so much to explore. I'll definitely be back here. Feel like I've only just scratched the surface. That beautiful mountaintop I found yesterday. Oh, I wish I could have camped there. Wish that wasn't someone's property. That was a beautiful spot. But the campground where I did end up camping was also just fantastic. Kind of reminded me of Wombian Caves a bit, the actual campground. Nice, beautiful grassy area, big trees. Wasn't too many people there as well, which was nice. All packed up now though, ready to head home. I just found this nice little spot for the morning coffee for that drive home, but it's time to get on the way.